With a sergeant in the Orange County Sheriff's Office who won't help her get the surveillance video from places where people say they've seen Kaylee.
If the Sheriff's Office would request it, then it would make them look like they're looking for a live Kaylee, and that would hurt their case against my daughter.
He told you this?
He absolutely, exactly told me that in his exact words.
It's a roadblock that isn't deterring Cindy as she continues to look for her missing granddaughter while preparing for what may be her first Christmas without Kaylee since she was born.
Kaylee has a tree for her room. Casey has a tree for her room. The kids have always had a Christmas tree from their very first Christmas.
If you think of anything that could help, don't be afraid.
Oh, I won't hesitate to let you guys know.
You can't be afraid, Casey, of anybody. You got to get that strength from me and your dad and your brother. I know you have it in you. Okay? You need to get that strength inside and do not feel like someone can hang anything over you or anything over us or threaten us because, well, you have said you're protecting this family. You don't need to protect this family. This family's been through a lot.
War breaks out over secretly recorded video taken from an upscale Orlando mall, the Florida Mall. This photo that you are looking at was taken from a pedestrian, a shopper's cell phone. She immediately contacted authorities. Is their video revealing this little girl? The grandparents say yes, and it will prove Kaylee is alive. Authorities say no, the girl is dead. All the while, Top Mom sits behind bars facing a January 5 trial date for murder. I want to go straight back to Leonard Padilla, bounty hunter, and one of the few people still searching for little Kaylee. Leonard Padilla, what do you make of this sighting? Have you seen the shot of the little girl? And why doesn't the mall just hand over the video to the grandparents?
Well, you got a lot of bureaucracy involved there, but let me tell you.
In a mall? I mean, I expect it in Washington, D.C., but hello, a mall?
You got bureaucracy until somebody in that mall steps forward and says, here it is, take it. They're just going to be at a stalemate. But let me tell you, Kaylee, beyond all reasonable doubt, is deceased. The FBI knows it, Orange County knows it, Cindy and George know it, and most of all, Casey, the perpetrator of her death, knows it. They all absolutely
Do you believe, Leonard Padilla, that is why when the grandparents get a tip, for instance, this new tip out of Newport Beach, California at Javier's restaurant, they wait, they don't release it to the public, they sit on it, they keep saying they're going to have a press conference, they never do. Is it because they know the little girl's dead, or do they really believe she's alive?
No, they think about it. They also know one thing, and that is that these tapes are taped over. They know that they want to raise doubt. They want to have one juror on that jury somewhere down the road possibly believe that maybe in Newport at Javier's she was there. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. It's all fiction, and it's made up to confuse the future jury, if there is ever a jury, if there's no plea bargain achieved.
Very quickly, back to Mark Williams with WNDB News Talk 1150. I want to talk about this shot. Mark, apparently it's in a common area. It's not within any particular store. Is there a play area? You know, like in McDonald's or Burger King, they have like a little play area, like a mini playground for children. Where is this?
It appears that it was taken in the center court area of the mall. That's kind of the common area where everybody kind of congregates, wait for their spouses to come out of stores. Now, this picture was taken by a woman by the name of Halima Solomita. She is a worker, an employee of a nearby jewelry store, only feet away from where this little girl was found. Well, she took the picture, and then she was with a friend. They tried to call Crime Line, or one of the tip lines here in town, and they waited 20 minutes. They finally just hung up the phone because they didn't get any response.
And Mark, what can you tell me about the location of this mall? Is it near an interstate, or is it a place that only locals would know about?
No, it's well known. It's even well known by international travelers. During my visits over there to the mall, I see a lot of folks from other countries entries coming in there. It's at the corner of Sand Lake Road and Orange Blossom Trail. It's a very big commercial area. You know, I went to, first came down here about 25 years ago to look around, and the area has just exploded with commercial ventures.
So basically, anybody could have been in that mall, not just locals with
Yep.
the Kelly lookalike.
That's
Back
right.
to the lawyers, to Alex Sanchez, defense attorney out of New York. Is it just trial strategy? Because if I were the defense, that's the first thing I'd put up on a big screen TV. Look, here she is. This is little Kelly, and the police haven't investigated it.
You know, I don't believe that. I think that's a very cynical approach
I'm
to what is
asking
happening.
you.
I think that these parents believe that that child is alive, and they have a right to look at possible sightings and examine that evidence to see if
And-
there's any truth to it.
Isn't it true, Alan Ripka, if you want to win a case, you've got to anticipate what the other side's going to do?
Of course you do, Nancy, but don't forget, these are strangers who took this photo. The Anthonys had nothing to do with this photo being taken, so there was no trial strategy here.